They say it isn't the size of the gift that matters, but the size of the heart that gives it. Imagine now a very big heart with a deep love for a small town in the Adirondacks. And you have the amazing story of a staggering gift, really beyond all comprehension.
This could change our town for generations to come.
On Thursday, February 27th, Long Lake Supervisor Clay Arsenault was let in on an astounding secret.
It was just flabbergasting, just unbelievable.
To understand what happened, we go back to 1997, the year Mary Lou Whitney married Alaskan John Hendrickson. He would eventually oversee the Whitney logging business in the Adirondacks, and they would spend some of their happiest times together at Deerlands, their great camp-style home in Long Lake. Mary Lou had inherited the property from her late husband, Sonny Whitney, whose grandfather had bought 68,000 acres in the Adirondacks in 1897 for $1.50 an acre. Several years ago, the couple proudly showed me around the property, John by boat on one of the 22 lakes on their remaining 36,000 acres.
Liz, this is our trophy room.
While inside, Mary Lou proudly showed off the trout she caught and the birch bark she skinned.
I'm the best skinner around.
Despite their wealth and celebrity status, the couple were regulars about town for weeks every summer.
They had the Long Lake lifestyle of jeans and a hoodie, coming out in the community for the fireworks and the music and having nice dinners out. They fit in well.
When Mary Lou Whitney passed away in 2019 at the age of 93, most of her massive wealth and property went to John, who put all 36,000 acres, including Deerlands, on the market a year later, saying it was painful to be there without his late wife. The asking price, $180 million. And then the unthinkable happened. In August, at age 59, John Hendrickson died suddenly of a massive heart attack. Townspeople mourned the loss of the couple who couldn't do enough for their adopted home. Arsenault told of running into John at a restaurant shortly after he put Whitney Park on the market.
I said, John, the Adirondacks and the community are nervous what's going to happen with this property if it gets sold. Is there any way you would be willing to give the town any recreational easements? And he looked me right in the eyes and he said, absolutely not, Clay.
Arsenault said he apologized for asking, and John said,
Clay, let me just tell you that if something were to happen to me, the town will be much better off than they are now. And I said, well, what do you mean by that, John? He said, you'll see.
The stunning answer came in an attorney's office 8 days ago. John Hendrickson had left the entire 36,000 acres to his adopted Long Lake, population 600.
It's a very small, tight-knit community who sticks together through thick and thin. And I think John and Mary Lou wanted to see the town be successful for generations.
Arsenault says the will stipulates the town will receive the net proceeds of the sale of Whitney Park and Deerland, a price tag that is likely to be in the 9 figures. Do you worry that it could actually divide the town?
No, I don't think it's going to divide us. It might make for some very healthy discussions.
John put the property on the market 5 years ago, wanting it sold intact and not to the state, feeling New York had been a poor steward of a previous purchase of 15,000 Whitney acres. Arsenault believes his wishes will be met, although the sale could take years. So what happens in the meantime?
We are extremely financially healthy right now, and I plan on putting protections in place for this gift to make sure that it stays this way for generations to come. We need to safeguard this money before we start worrying about any individual projects, and quite frankly, that's just good business.
The Bible says to those whom much is given, much is required, and it's a lesson that Mary Lou Whitney and John Hendrickson obviously learned well here in Long Lake. But it's also a lesson that the town of Long Lake will now be contemplating in the years ahead as it awaits its big gift.
We just want Long Lake to stay like Long Lake.
How might the money be spent? The town's water infrastructure is more than 100 years old, and the town office building is a converted home. A dam that drains a local pond was blown out in a storm a few years back, and there are always tax breaks. The town council has some time to think about it. I'm Liz Bishop.